What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I am finally bringing you guys another video in my must-have must-gag series. Of course, this series is inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series, and I am a part of her community tab, so I will have that link down below along with Samantha March's Will I Buy It series and her channel. Either or, I can't remember honestly which one I linked, but I'll honestly just link all three of those. Today's look I did not record. I just sat down and used a bunch of my Project Pan items. I was super like just really urging to use my Project Pan items. I have been in a huge Project Panning mood lately, and some of these items that I have on my face I haven't even uploaded the video introducing that Project Pan. I'll probably wait until February. But the only other thing I wanted to say before I get started is that apparently January is my Vlogmas month. I've been uploading at least 4 videos every week, pretty much, just because I was pre-filming so much when I was doing my collection series that I just have so many videos that I've been able to edit and put on my channel that I just figured why not go ahead and publish them. So I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm really sorry if it's too much. I completely understand. I will go back to my 3 videos a week, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and finish out January pretty strong. I still have a lot of ideas that I wanted to go ahead and incorporate, let alone my monthly videos that I already have to upload as well. So I'm really gonna cut that down in February, but I did just want to let you guys know this will not be a constant worry in case it does bother you. I will have everything that I have on my face listed down below, but like I said, it's Project Pan items. So I have my Viseart eyeshadow palettes, and I have some lipsticks from one lipstick, I think the main base is from Kat Von D, and then I have a gloss from Loveluxebeauty, and then just everything else, basically things I'm trying to get out of my collection. But I feel like this intro has been long enough. It looks like it's already been 3 minutes, good lord. So if you guys are interested in seeing some items that I want to talk about, mainly indie, then just keep watching. Alrighty guys, so I am gonna scoot closer to my mirror, further away from my door. And I have a very long list of items. I haven't done one of these videos. I think I published it December 16th. So it's going to be almost a month since I have actually uploaded a video. So a lot of this stuff is going to be pretty old, but I still want to talk about it because I pinned it because I was interested in talking about it. If that makes sense, I hope it does. So first thing I just want to talk about was that Sugar Pill is now, the lipsticks are now in Ulta. So they have bullet lipsticks and the glitter liquid lipsticks, and I think if they have normal liquid lipsticks, those are all on Ulta. I'm hoping that their singles will go on Ulta too. If so, that'll definitely be the place that I purchase a couple other singles. I was interested in some of their latest singles that they released at the end of last year, and then I also have a couple other colors that I was interested in getting, like Love Bite, I believe that's their red. So I was always interested in getting that. It was just out of stock when I purchased my Pro palette, so I never went ahead and purchased it again. Next, I have 3 palettes from Embry Boutique. They're all kind of monochromatic, but they're also all duochrome. I think these palettes are beautiful. Will I be picking them up? No. In this year, I'm constricting my purchases a lot. As of today, I haven't purchased any makeup items at all, which I'm super happy about. Just because, like I said, I'm in a panning mood right now. And I have a lot of makeup. I purchased a lot for my birthday month. I didn't think it was that much, or maybe it's just everything came in at once. Long story short, I purchased a lot. So yeah, I'm trying to slow myself down, and yeah. Next, so I won't be getting those palettes, although they are pretty, and if you're interested, by all means definitely let me know how you like them. Maybe if 1 or 2 of the actual duochromes really stand out to me and they release them as singles, I might get those. Next is the Malika and Chloe palettes. Now, I was really interested in these palettes, I'm not gonna lie, specifically the Chloe one, no, not Chloe, specifically the Malika one, because she is a person of color, a deeper skin tone. But I have seen a lot of people who have fairer skin tones like Mel Thompson and even oh, Tara Baby. They have been able to use the Malika palette and it works for them. So that leaves me highly concerned that it won't work for me. I think the blushes work very fine, and even the highlighter will look fine, but that bronzer is highly suspect in my opinion. I will probably continue to see if I can find anybody in my color scheme, in my skin tone, that actually reviews this palette, because thus far I haven't seen anybody do that. But if they do and it shows up on their complexion, then by all means. I haven't purchased any Becca products really other than their shimmering skin perfectors, and I am interested in the palette. Will I purchase it immediately? No, I am completely slowing down. I'm not purchasing things as soon as they release. It's just not my thing anymore. I'm really trying to slow it down, but I will keep my eye on this one, and especially if Becca has a sale, your girl will be there. Next, Loveluxebeauty created a highlighter trio. I do already have a highlighter palette from them, and I really do enjoy that palette. There are like one or two shades that are too icy for my complexion, so I don't really use them as highlighters. If I do, they're more of a what is it called, a spotlight. I use them as a spotlight highlighter, which I did do today, between a highlighter that I was testing out and my Project Pan highlighters. But other than that, I would pick this one up, but I just don't need it. I have way too many highlighters. And yeah, you guys will be hearing more about my highlighter purchasing later on this week. That video will be going live. That's the same thing I already talked about. Next, Menagerie Cosmetics released their Farrah palette mid last year, I want to say, and long story short, a lot of people had the same critiques that I had, that the top row was just a little bit too bland, a little bit too monochromatic, and they thought that they should have brought some new colors, some better colors, etc., etc., to that top row. So they decided to listen to the feedback, and they actually changed two of the colors. With that change, which of course I'll have the photo up here, that made me want the palette. That was my biggest problem with this palette, was the fact that that top row was just not where it was at. I loved the bottom two rows, so I did go ahead and purchase this palette, and I'm still waiting for it to actually ship. So when it gets to me, I will be excited. But like I've said before, I have about 10 different eyeshadow products that I need to test out, and when I test out products, I like to wear all the colors for a length of time, for a short amount of time, different blending techniques. So it's going to take me a while to get through the palettes that I currently have, so I'm not in an extreme rush to get that one. But I also purchased something else that isn't for me. It's a gift, maybe for you guys, so I need that to low-key come, but yeah, we will see. Next is Glam Vice Cosmetics. They released a pretty beautiful palette. It's on the screen right now. It's kind of rainbowy, if you will, but it's also in my color wheel, if you will. They also released a couple other palettes, so I will have all of the palettes that I can find. It looks like they released a good amount, and they're pretty. Specifically the more cool toned one that has a lot more shimmers, that one's a lot prettier than the more rainbow palette, but I don't need this. It's beautiful, and maybe, you know, maybe if I get through a couple more palettes this year, or I can get some more wear out of more of my palettes, then maybe I'll consider it. But I am not in a rush at all to pick this one up, and that one has completely released. Bobbi Brown has a new lip product. It's called the Crush Liquid Lip Balm. Honestly, it was just the interesting packaging, and the color scheme, like the arrangement of colors looks really pretty. Am I gonna pick this up? No, but it was interesting, and I figured if you guys are actually interested in high-end lip products or lippy balm, liquid balm type products, I wanted to share this with you guys. Next is an update. I had previously talked about Makeup Maniac's peanut butter and jealous palette, and I said I was interested, but I wanted to see what came of it. They have done swatches now, and I of course have the swatches on the screen. I am not a huge fan. It's not screaming out to me, to be honest, but in the event that it is screaming to you, I wanted to let you guys know. Next is a product and a brand that a lot of people have definitely hyped up. Not nearly as much as the Ace Beauty bundle, but it is another bundle that has been hyped up in the smaller influencer world. And this is the Pinky Rose Cosmetics palettes. So you have the Exotic Peacock, the 80s Baby, and what is the other one? And the Obsessed palettes. To be honest, I am not in a rush to purchase this, let alone I don't think I'm going to purchase it. I did purchase one of their palettes from their previous line. It was the more bright colored one. I did not like that formula at all. I thought it was extremely thin mattes. I hated the glitters. I was not a huge fan of the shimmers. Overall, that palette was just not my cup of tea. But the only palette that really does scream to me from this bundle is the Exotic Peacock. As you would imagine, it has greens and blues, both very cool toned. As you can see, I love me some cool tones. So what I'm gonna do is wait to see some reviews from people who have tried both the palette that I disliked and this one. I know Angelica Niquist said that her boyfriend or fiance, I apologize, actually purchased this bundle for her. So whenever she gets around to reviewing that bundle, I will decide on whether I want it or not. I am not in a rush at all to purchase it, but I did just want to let you guys know that I am slightly interested in one of them, but as of right now, I'm not buying it. Next, Sydney Grace Co. came out with a bunch of new single shadows. I didn't realize how many new single shadows they had come out with since the last time I purchased from them. So I did go ahead and make a huge order, and it already has come since me seeing this and tabbing this. But one of the shadows that I did purchase was called Defiance. It is a brown with a green undertone. It's really pretty. You guys will see it on the screen. I'm really excited to get into those single shadows. Like I said, I have a good amount of eyeshadows to be testing out to really get some use out of. Although I already know how I like Sydney Grace's formula, I still do want to test out the new shadows that I got just to make sure that they're still compatible and that I still enjoy that formula. So you guys might be getting a palette roundup. I have a good amount of palettes already sitting behind me, but I have so many videos, so many things I want to do, so it will be coming eventually, I promise. This is already long gone, but in case you didn't know, the Lucky Bags came out from Beautylish. I decided to skip on those this year. The only reason that I had been wanting to purchase the Lucky Bags was to get a particular Natasha Denona palette. It was the purple blue palette, and I went ahead and splurged on it during their Thanksgiving Black Friday sale. One of those, I actually ended up purchasing it. They had a wicked discount. I was super excited, so I no longer felt the need to get a Lucky Bag. And then in addition, I have been purchasing any brushes that I wanted that Beautylish offers. So for me, there was just no rhyme or reason to purchase it to get potentially $50 or $150, not even worth the product, to pay that much to get potential products that I didn't want. I don't find happiness in like not knowing. Surprises aren't my favorite thing, especially in makeup, because I know what I like and I purchase what I want. So there's no need for me to really be wavering on that. Makeup Maniacs also released an Ice Princess palette. So I went ahead and made my first Makeup Maniac. This is not even Makeup Maniacs, sis. Okay, all right. So I clearly have not made a Makeup Maniac purchase, even though I thought I had. Let me get all these back. over here. So I thought I had made a Makeup Maniacs purchase, but clearly I hadn't. This Ice Princess palette is very beautiful, mainly only for the shimmers and only for that middle shimmer. That middle shimmer looks outstanding, but that's not enough for me to get this whole palette, even though it's $17. I'm not going to pay $17 for one single shadow, you know? But other than that, I love the color scheme. I think it's a very beautiful palette, and I would love to have it in my collection, but I'm not going to purchase it. Next, Beautylish released with Wayne Goss the holiday brush, and it was called, what was it called? There was no name. It's just a holiday brush for 2018. I didn't purchase it. At the time, I was trying to be financially smart, and so I didn't want to purchase it and add more money into my credit card. I just didn't want to do it, but I am extremely interested in this brush. I hear that they're going to be doing a restock, so I'm super excited, and I hope that I will be able to purchase it on the restock. I have purchased a good amount of Wayne Goss brushes. I now have the complete basic eye bundle, and I have an extra 19 or 17, I can't remember which one. I have enjoyed all of my Wayne Goss brushes that I have used thus far. I even have went ahead and splurged to get some Sonia G brushes. They're over there. I can't reach them, or I would show you. So I am extremely excited, and I do wish that this brush will get restocked. From what I've seen, this brush is beautiful and very versatile. So if I have the money and I can splurge for it, I might go ahead and purchase 2 of them. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. Next, Stila released their Mystery, child, I don't know. They released some new liquid eyeshadows. They don't even call these glitter and glow shadows. When I was in Alaska, these were actually in display on the Sephora that I went to, and that video is coming. I promise you guys, I'm actually editing it right now in conjunction to doing this video. It's coming, I promise. But these liquid eyeshadows are beautiful. Some prettier than others. I didn't go ahead and splurge just because I couldn't be bothered to spend $24 on a liquid eyeshadow when I really don't reach for liquid eyeshadows like that. So I thought it would not be a smart investment for me. But I have been seeing these liquid eyeshadows show up in TJ Maxx. So what I'm doing is hoping that these don't really do as well as Stila thinks, and they start to funnel these through TJ Maxx, and then I will be on the hunt. I mean on the hunt, because in TJ Maxx they're only like $7.99, $9.99, and I would buy them for that. So that is my plan on those. What is this? Oh, this is a palette. My data plan is messing with my life. So this is a palette from Kaleido Cosmetics. This is a palette that I saw on Angelica Niquis's one of her Will I Buy It videos, and I was mesmerized. Now the top row leaves a little bit to be desired, but those bottom 2 rows are impeccable. Had it only been those 2 rows, I would have already purchased it because it is that pretty to me. But because it's not, I'm not going to go ahead and purchase this one, let alone Angelica Niquis already has this. I think it got sent to her in PR, so I would love to see her review, but because of that top row, I just can't purchase it. And it's about $34. It's $30.60. I can't purchase it. Or is that's the sale price? That's the sale price, so I don't even want to know what the full price is. Next, Ripley, what is Ripley's? I can't even. Ripley, who is Stephanie Nicole's best friend, released a makeup line. It looks like as of right now it's only brushes, 3 brushes to be precise, and it's called Envision Cosmetics. I just noticed that that Mel Thompson purchased these brushes, so I am excited to see her review. Once her review comes out and she says yay or nay, I may purchase them. It's not a cheap little bundle, I'm not gonna lie, but from what I can remember, and I'm opening up the website right now, it is Japanese. It is made in Japan. So currently it's on sale for $99, but it retails for $110. It sounds nice and everything, but that's a lot of money. Oh, that's with something else included. Okay, so just the 3 brushes is it's $75 retail, but right now it's on sale for 10% off, which makes it $67.50. I don't think I can pull the plunge. I really just want to see what Mel Thompson says about the brushes. So after her review, I may go ahead and splurge. Like I said, well, you guys will be seeing, I will be focusing on getting a lot of brushes. I really have been enjoying extending my brush collection. And yeah, so that's that. Next, some more brushes. Sonia G has released 2 more brushes for her normal line, not the Pro line, but the normal line. I did just, let me get them. So I did just make my first purchase with Sonia G, and I got 2 of her normal brushes. One is the worker one, and this one is the builder one. These were the 2 smaller brushes I thought in her Pro line. The worker one looks to be a really good crease brush, and the builder one looks to be, can we focus? What's going on? There we go. And the builder one looks to be a really good lid packing brush. So I'm excited to use these. I haven't gotten into them yet because I do want to like wash them off, maybe with just a little bit of water. I like to do that with all my new brushes just because they might have been sitting in the manufacturer for a little while, and I don't want to get bad products or chemicals on my eye. Like I said, I also did go ahead and splurge on the Wayne Goss brush collection. What is this? I also got a couple of Chikuhodo brushes. So this is another brush. I already have a blending brush from them. This is another Wayne Goss brush, and then this was the most expensive and the shortest brush, and this is a Chikuhodo brush, and this is supposed to be a bronzer brush. I don't know who in the dickens they think this is gonna bronze, but this is not a haul video. I just wanted to show you guys that I really am getting into brushes, especially luxury brushes, and I am interested in purchasing the Sonia G brushes, but I want to try the ones I have now because I hear so many good things, but I want to know for myself how I like them or dislike them. Next, NARS almost got me. They almost got me. So they released a, oh, what is the name of this release? It is the Skin Deep eyeshadow palette, and the top row, as you can see, is bigger pans. I had thought they were bronzers, and one of them actually looks like I could use it as a bronzer, and I was gonna purchase it because I loved that top row. It was beautiful, but the bottom row, 2 rows, like the actual eyeshadows, leave a little bit too desired. They're too neutral for me. I already have a neutral NARS palette. It's actually in my collection, so I can't show you guys easily, but it is the fully loaded palette. I don't need this one, and after seeing Mel Thompson's review, she basically said I don't need it after having the loaded palette, so I am good on that. Next is something that everybody's already dragged, so I'm not going to give it too much attention, but it is the BH Cosmetics Capricorn Zodiac palette. I am a Capricorn, and I am highly offended by this palette. And these swatches, I don't know what magical powers they use to get the swatches to actually show up on the person of color, let alone not ashy, but yeah, you're not tricking me on this one, BH. I'm good, thank you. For the holidays, ColourPop also released another palette with I Love Sahadi. I always say it correctly when I'm not on camera, and then when I'm on camera I like have the worst trouble with it. But anyways, they released a collection. I'm not interested. I actually did make a ColourPop order. I got another bronzer in bits and pieces, and I got the one above it, which is in Rodeo Drive. And I decided to only buy those 2 items. I didn't want to go to to get free shipping because I didn't need anything else. I only needed those 2 items, and that's something I want to get out of the habit of, just adding things to my cart to get full shipping. Why? If I have 2 items that only cost me $10, why would I add $20 worth of stuff just so I don't pay $7.99 in shipping? Okay, I'm trying to be smart in 2019. I'm trying to be smart. Did you guys see the fail in my snapping? We're just gonna keep going. Next, Touch of Glam looks to have released a new highlighter, and it is, I think the name, it's inspired by J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and it's called Break of Dawn. This is a beautiful highlighter. A beautiful highlighter. I have 4 or 5 highlighters from them. Bomb.com. Okay. And I wish I could purchase it, but I'm not purchasing highlighters right now. So we're gonna keep going. Okay. Urban Decay came out with the Naked Reloaded palette. Everybody has dragged this palette as well. Honestly, I didn't like the sultry palette, so I clearly am not gonna like this ashier version of that. So let's keep going. Covergirl is releasing all day custom nudes. I've already seen, what is her name? Seeking Alexandria. She has already done like a review roundup of a bunch of items talking about these, and she says they're a really good formula. I'm not in the market for any lip products right now because, as you guys saw in my lip product collection, I have about 100 decades, 100 lifetimes worth of lip products. So I'm good, but they look like a good formula. They look nice. Go ahead and check her video out if you are interested. Next, Wet n Wild came out with a new collection. It's a workout themed collection. No ma'am. Honestly, first of all, it's been a real struggle for me to actually work out lately, which I really need to get my life on because I really do need to work out. But second of all, I'm not the girl who wears makeup to the gym. If I can get to the gym, it's like after work, I'm like dirt tired and we just gonna get through it and then go home, shower, and go to bed. So for me, makeup and the gym just doesn't make any sense. So I'm definitely passing on that. Next, Ulta has been doing a skin event. It started on the 6th and it's going till the 26th. I am not interested in purchasing anything from this skincare collection. I have a good amount of skincare. I have the things that I need backups of, and I am going through my skincare strategically. I am very happy of how I'm using up my skincare and getting my use, testing out different products, etc, etc. So I don't need to add any more skincare, and I'm honestly trying to get rid of half the mask. I have a lot of masks right now, so I'm trying to get through them. I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, skincare wise, if I literally need to go through all of my samples and all my full sizes to buy any more skincare this year. Natasha Denona came out with a new Diamond Glow Blush and Highlighter duo situation. I am not interested in this. It looks ashy on the person that they swatch with a deeper complexion, and honestly those colors are just not screaming to me. It's a really champagne-y highlighter and a Barbie pink that has some sheen to it. Just not my cup of tea, so I am good. Next, Makeup Maniacs is coming out with a highlighter. It's dedicated to 2019 to behind the scenes, oddly satisfying and ASMR highlighter. I'm confuzzled. I think that's the name. I hope that's not the name. That's a really long name. Either way, it's a really pretty highlighter, mainly for the impact, the overspray, the design. We're gonna go with the design that is in the highlighter. I won't be getting it. I have enough silvery icy highlighters that I just don't need this, but it is pretty. NYX also came up with a bunch of new things. None of it reaches my fancy. They have a lot of new lip products. They have some jelly products, no ma'am. A lot of stuff, some eyeshadow quads. It's just none of it is my cup of tea. Chanel LLC has come up with a new palette. It looks like it's in collaboration with somebody. It's called Fall by Beautylish. It is a beautiful palette. I mean, it is pretty. I might actually take the dive to get this if it's still in stock when I have gone through my palettes, gotten use out of my project pan items, etc, etc. Like I said, I'm not rushing to purchase any items this year, but that is a really pretty palette. And if you're interested, I mean, I would say go for it. I haven't tried their brand before, but go for it and let me know how you like it. The Makeup Shack has come up with yet another palette. Their first palette was really pretty. It was like subculture kind of color scheme, and this one is like a lighter version, more warm tone, but pretty. Not my cup of tea, not my cup of tea, and I'm not gonna purchase it, but it is a pretty palette. Maybelline has come out with some full coverage powder foundation products. I haven't even tried the liquid foundation in the Superstay line, so I'm not gonna try this one either, but it's an interesting concept, and if you do like the liquid version of it, I don't see why trying the powder version wouldn't make sense. Alright, so I had to stop recording for a little bit, and I just want to let you guys know that we're about halfway through this video, at least through all of my things that I pinned. So if you didn't get a drink or a snack by the beginning, seeing the little amount of time, I would tell you to stop and get a snack or a drink. Next, Davina has released some highlighters inspired by the Pantone color, which is coral. They're interesting. I really do enjoy Davina highlighters, so if and when I purchase highlighters this year, I might go ahead and scoop up a couple of the darker shades because I really do enjoy Davina highlighters. Next, Milani came out with a couple of things that I was really excited with at the beginning, and being my skin tone, I really realized and had a culture shock. Not culture shock, I've had a realization. I have come to grips with the fact that these things are not going to work for me. So the first thing is a shimmering face palette. Now this face palette looks beautiful, and honestly I might purchase it, but the fact that it's $17.99 from the drugstore is way too expensive. I am not purchasing that. That is gonna have to go on sale. I'm gonna have to get points, Ebates, all of that, and in between. I'm not purchasing that full price at all. I have way too many face palettes, and honestly that's a highlighter palette, so I honestly should not purchase that right now because I'm not purchasing highlighters. But it is a very pretty highlighter palette and I am interested in it. Next, the only other thing from this new collection that they released that I was interested in was the bronzers. Y'all know I love bronzers. I love to test out bronzers. I love to see if they'll work for me. I love bronzers, and I was so excited for these bronzers. And then a girl that I follow, her name is Leore with some numbers, I can't remember, I will put it on the screen. She already went to her Walgreens or CVS or whatever and picked up the darkest bronzer, and she is a lighter complexion, more on the pale side, but not completely pale. She's not like she's not a pale queen, but she's paler, fair. She's like a fair, because I think she does like fair to medium. That's how she describes herself. So let's go with fair to medium, and the darker bronzer works for her. This is when I think about darkness.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
And think about why I can't seem to find a bronzer from a drugstore brand accessible in like a CVS or a Walgreens. I don't understand. So that honestly put me like, I'm just over this whole collection because of that. I hope Milani will extend this bronzer line. I really love bronzers. I will purchase enough bronzers to sustain you creating a darker shade, Milani. I will. So please give me a darker shade. Thank you. Next, the Quartz Beauty came out with some blue shades. These are beautiful. I mean, beautiful. I've never even heard of this brand before, but they came across my feed, and you guys know I love blues. They're one of my colors that I always put on when I'm just in my neutral or natural mood. Those are one of the shades that I go for. I don't intend to purchase these. Like I said, I have a lot of eyeshadows right now, but it's a very beautiful arrangement of colors, and if you're interested in some blues, I don't see why not. But like I said, I've never used their brand. I need to switch batteries and then I will be right back. All right, so I just put in one of my new million batteries because now I have an obscene amount of batteries. Next, Milani is coming out with a concealer for their Conceal and Perfect line. They already have a foundation. I can't think if they have anything else, but they, like I said, they're coming out with a concealer. I haven't tried that foundation. I'm not interested in trying that foundation. That foundation is full coverage. I'm not a full coverage person at all. This is like as full coverage as I can get, and it's really medium. If you see me in person, like, you'll see some of my imperfections and I don't mind. So for me, it's a pass, but I am happy that they actually have a decent color range. Clearly not on the Fenty level, but I honestly don't expect a drugstore to be on a Fenty level, just because, I mean, that would be too easy. Too easy. So I like the color range, or the color range. I like the shade range, and I like the concept, but I'm not a full coverage girl, so I am good. Next, Rimmel came out with like a rainbow palette. I've been interested in a couple of these Rimmel palettes. So I might pick up a few of them if I see them in store when I happen to be at like a Walgreens or something. I don't really tend to go into drugstores very often, but that is a goal of mine, to purchase things in store. So if I can see this in store and I'm still interested when I see it in person, by all means, I will go ahead and check out Samantha Jane's channel, because she gets a lot of Rimmel PR, and she does a lot of Rimmel videos, and she will say flat out, this is not going to work on your skin tone, this will work on your skin tone, this ashy, this that. So depending on what she says, I might go ahead and purchase that. Next, Elf came out with the 18 Hit Wonders palette. I'm not interested in this. It has about 4 primary colors, and everything else is just blah. I'm good. I have enough primary colors. I can just go into my Sugar Pill Pro palette for those. Oh, Glaminatrix Cosmetics. I don't know. They're coming out with a palette that honestly reminds me of the Give Me Glow fall or spring palette, and this one is Sandra Rose. That's honestly what I thought it was, so I actually unpinned the Give Me Glow new palette that they're teasing as well. I will, either way, based on the packaging, I'm interested in both. We will see. Like I said, this year I have to like every last color for me to purchase it. I can't continue to buy these palettes for just a few colors. I need to like all of them. All of them. I have too much makeup. I need to like all of the shadows. Certify has sneak peeked a palette that, if they release this might be the one palette that I actually purchased on release date this year. This palette, had they said the name? I don't think they've said a name for it, but it's supposed to be like the brother to the Affinity palette. Now, I know I said I was going to get the Affinity palette. I have yet to do so, just because that whole top part is just completely warm neutral palette. I don't need that. I would love it if just the purple was something, but this duo right here is mine, like goals. Thank you very much. And the best part is, I think there are some shimmers. I'm gonna need them to get rid of those shimmers. I don't like their shimmers. Just do an all matte palette and I would be extremely ecstatic. So we'll see. If they don't get rid of those shimmers, I might not get this palette, because Like I said, 2019, I like all the shadows in the palettes that I purchase. Casey Holmes is coming out with a collab with Physicians Formula. This is not gonna fit my skin tone, so I'm not even about to play myself, let alone the packaging is bulky. We're just gonna call it a complete pass. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. I attempt to support your collabs, but they never seem to work out. But yeah, I'm happy for you. Blush Tribe has been sneaking some blushes. I am not purchasing blushes at the moment, but if I was, I would purchase one because I enjoy Blush Tribe. Not as much as a lot of people. I enjoy them, but I'm not like obsessed with them, even though I have a lot of their palettes. They're also coming out with a pastel Tribe palette. I don't know. The owner said that this is supposed to work really good on medium to deep skin tones because they are from the Middle East. I can't remember what country, but they're from somewhere. I think it might be Pakistan. I believe it's Pakistan. And so she said that these work on her skin tone, so she thinks that they'll work for a lot of other medium and deeper skin tones. That would be the only reason I would purchase this, because but at the same time I already have pastel colors that I enjoy, so I think I'm gonna pass on this. It's a pastel colorful palette, which is pretty, but I don't need it. I don't need it. MAC came out with their Lunar Beauty collection. It's a beautiful collection. I would honestly just purchase one of the bullets for collector's purposes, but because a lot of MAC collections have been going on sale lately, I'm not going to purchase a full price. I'm literally purchasing it for collector's purposes, so I will wait till this one goes on sale and get one of the bullets for that purpose. They're also coming out with a monochromatic collections. I think this is genius, especially with that tag going around where everybody's doing monochromatic looks. I think this is genius. The only collection that I'm interested in is of course the purple collection, and I'm mainly interested in that blush. That's the only thing, and maybe the lipstick. I don't think I have that lipstick, but I'm annoyed because this collection is not in Ulta, which means I have to purchase it from MAC. If and whenever I go to a mall, I might go ahead and look at that collection, see if I'm interested in it. If I am, I'll scoop it up. If not, I will not. But again, I can't get a blush right now or lip products. Oh, I'm not scooping it up. I'm not getting it. That sucks. Darn. Next, MAC is also coming out with some more hyper real glow palette. I didn't purchase the first round. I'm not going to purchase this round, although the peachy highlighter palette looks pretty, but it's just no. Next is a palette I'm actually interested in, and I don't think I've said a lot of things that I'm actually interested in purchasing. I'm interested in purchasing this one. This is the Lime Crime Venus XL2. I know a lot of people are shading it because it's not as dynamic. There are not very many deep colors. It's very mid-tone range, but I'm still interested in it. I don't have very many palettes that are just mid-tone ranged, and this is the first Lime Crime palette that I'm like, this is interesting. I don't have a color scheme like this. The only thing that might ring a bell to be like this is oh, let me see if I can get it. So the only palette that I have in my collection that rings a bell with this similar color scheme but not exact is this Michelou Witchcraft palette. Now I did do a review and I purchased it when this was super hyped. It has the greens and the purples with a few browns. I was not a huge fan of this palette. It definitely has hard pan after me just testing it out. Some of the shimmers are really good. Like this shimmer is awesome and dynamic, but overall this palette was not my cup of tea. I'm honestly just keeping it just to keep it, which is very sad, but I'm hoping that I can get that color scheme from this Lime Crime palette. I'm gonna wait till it comes to Ulta because I am not purchasing from Lime Crime's website, no ma'am. But once it comes to Ulta, I will be purchasing it, potentially with my Ulta points. I think I still have a good amount of points after December, and I'm actually returning some things that I purchased in December, so we will see. Makeup Geek is also releasing some new single shadows. I have a palette of Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I don't reach for them, but the top arm swatch is pretty, so I might side-eye them, but like I'm not gonna rush to get them. I have a lot of singles. I already have Makeup Geek singles. Only one has pan, and that was panned 2 or 3 years ago, so I'm okay. That is a video. Okay. Hourglass has released a couple of items for Valentine's Day and Lunar New Year. The Lunar New Year blush I want so bad. So bad, it's not even funny. This blush is beautiful. It looks like it'll work on my complexion. It's nice and dark. It's like a coral pinky blush. I want it so bad. You guys will be seeing it in a video, but I'm only allowing myself to purchase 3 high-end items, and I don't want to go ahead and get my first high-end item too early, but this is calling my name. And I mean, it's a blush, and I said I wasn't purchasing blushes, so I need to have an internal debate over this.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It might go in a Sephora purchase. It might, but I really want that blush so bad. I would love it if it went on sale at some point. Maybe I'll probably wait till it goes on sale on like Hourglass's website or something, but it's beautiful. The Fancy Beauty Cosmetics also has come out with some new singles, or they're coming out soon. Beautiful color schemes. I love the like really green undertone but yellows. Those are really pretty. Honestly, just that middle row is very pretty. The top row is okay, maybe that tealy blue, but I'm not in a rush to get these. I think Amy Hart's Makeup is actually going to be purchasing these, so if she does, I'll wait for her review. I'm not in a rush to get those. Eleman Beauty is also coming out with some palettes. It has some interesting color schemes in some of these palettes, but I'm not going to purchase any of these. They're just not calling out to me enough, and as I've said throughout this video, and you guys will be seeing the rest of this week, I am constricting my purchases. Lorac came out with 3 eyeshadow palettes. It looks like a liquid lipstick and some highlighters. No ma'am. No ma'am. Lorac has a good formula, very good formula, but the color schemes are not calling to me, and I'm not purchasing highlighters. Melt. Okay, let me put my phone down for this one. Melt Cosmetics had the audacity to release an eyeshadow stack, which they said they made it seem like it was going to be a blue eyeshadow stack. No, it has, first of all, it has duos. All of the actual hockey pucks, as Makeup Struggle says, are duos. Strike 1. Strike 2, they were sneak peeking the blue duos first, making it seem like it was going to be an all blue palette. I was psyched. I was so ready to purchase that. That was about to be another one that I actually purchased on release date. Then they gonna be whack and give us browns after that? No ma'am. No ma'am. I know Makeup Struggles is gonna get it because she is she is somebody who collects Melt Cosmetics, and she gets all of their eyeshadow palettes, but the devil is a lie if you think I'm about to purchase it. I haven't purchased any of their actual palettes, and I'm not purchasing this. No ma'am. Thank you very much. Okay, I think this is my last one, and this is from a brand that not very many people talk about. Actually, I want to get the palette that I have from them to show you guys. Alrighty, so as you can see on the screen, it is Beauty Wide, and they have released a new palette which I am super excited for. And what is I don't even know the name of it. Hold on. The name of the palette is Mirage. This is the new Mirage palette. Previously, they only had one eyeshadow palette, and it was this baby right here, and it was their Seasons eyeshadow palette. So it has the lip like this, and this is the inside. Super big palette. I'm not gonna hold you up about that, but I love that it had not only pastels but also darker colors to give you a really nice deepening effect. You can get so many looks out of this, and I think 2016-17 this was my favorite eyeshadow palette of the year, and I really do enjoy this palette. I really need to go ahead and reach for this one again, and I will be purchasing this new eyeshadow palette. I really do enjoy the brand. The owner is super sweet and nice. I've talked to her or him, I actually don't know, but I've talked to them when I was going ahead and purchasing this one, and then they've also released some other items that I was interested in trying. So maybe once I no longer have like a huge amount of stuff, I will go ahead and make a bulk order from them. They are only currently selling their items from their website, and they are a oh, what country are they based out of? Dubai. They are a Dubai based brand, so it is going to go through customs and all that, and keep that in mind depending on where you live. When I purchased so I actually purchased 2 of the Seasons palettes. I actually got one for me and one for a giveaway, and I did not have to pay any customs at all. Like I said, you guys will be seeing a video on that as well. I have not ever paid customs on any of my purchases, but yeah, that is a brand that I want to support. I love to support brands that support me personally, so I am going to be purchasing that along with potentially some other items. I know this has been a super long video, but I just want to go through all of my normal pages just to make sure I'm not missing anything super dynamic. I am. MAC created the Honor of King lipsticks. The bullets are beautiful. The lipsticks not so much. Once again, I'll probably wait till that goes on sale to get one of the bullets for my collection. Kat Von D has some mini Shade and Light duos. I have the Shade and Light palette, and I have gotten a good amount of wear from it. You guys will be seeing a video on this palette actually probably late this month, if not early next month, so I won't spoil my reasons for that. LC Cosmetics has come out with 2 Dusk and Dawn palettes. They have 3 eyeshadows in them. They're pretty, not calling me enough. I think that is about it. I didn't say before, but I am recording this on Friday, so if anything happens on Saturday, it's not going to be in this video, but these will be more consistent. They will be happening every 2 weeks like they did last year. Oh, and if you're freaking out, I know I only have 1 earring. It's a style that I'm doing right now, so don't worry about that. And yeah, I know this was a long one. I apologize, but I wanted to just wrap you guys up on some items that I have been talking about, thinking about, and my opinions on them. But yeah, let me not make this outro long. As always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.